I wanted to talk about a psychologytoday.com article that I found, and it's very relevant, and it's not entirely news, but it's still something that's pretty substantial to discuss, and it's coming from a very popular website, which is, really powerful for someone who's trying to spread awareness, about a particular topic such as pornography and the harm of it. And so I wanted to just talk about the bit in this article which discusses how pornography is one of the technological advances that we've built, but at the same time it also erodes our society's health. So they list off 5 different things as being technological advances, but at the same time we don't necessarily advance in health. So the second item on the list is pornography, and I'm just going to read a little bit about that. It says, as is true with any sexual reproducing species, humans evolved a variety of mating relevant adaptations, including various preferences in mates. Pornography provides a clear example of supernormal stimuli. Men evolved to be attracted to certain qualities in the female body because such attraction led to increases in sexual relationships that ultimately facilitated reproductive success. The porn industry takes these stimuli and ramps them up a notch or 100. I agree, it's about 100 or 1,000. While the topic of whether pornography is truly harmful for people or for society is in the midst of a hot academic debate, that part really irritated me completely because I mean, I love to reference Your Brain on Porn and Fight the New Drug. Those two websites have an extensive list of scientific research that back the fact that porn is extremely harmful to the brain, and as such it is being seen as a drug. You consume it through the eyes. Hence the name Fight the New Drug. I love that website name. I've always loved that name. And so clearly they don't go into detail about, science behind all of that and how it really changes us as a person, but what I do like is that it says pornography provides a clear example of supernormal stimuli, which is exactly what I would view it as. It just ramps up the level of attraction that you were naturally built to see in the opposite gender, but it just takes it and ramps it up, and it gives you it all right there in front of you without any effort required. I think that supernormal stimuli is, there's no doubt that it's like a drug, but you also have to try to always try to look at ways look at things differently so that maybe you can pick up on something new that can, you know, bring you some new idea to, somewhat meditate on. And when they call pornography supernormal stimuli, I think that's a really powerful statement. Okay, I think that a lot of people today maybe see porn as somewhat what I would call maybe mainstream, in the sense that a lot of people know about it. A lot of people, maybe I'd say a lot of people talk about it in their circles probably, and maybe even share, what porn they find. So that is it's just not healthy. It's not it doesn't better us. It requires no effort. And one of the other reasons that I'm really starting this channel, and or have started I should say, and my website, is because I don't really, at this rate, I don't really see great progress being made in terms of internet pornography awareness. People need to be aware that it is an easily accessed drug. I mean, I've never been addicted to alcohol or smoking. You know what I mean? And but porn has always been my thing. Not any longer, but it always has been up to this point my thing. You know what I mean? It's always going to be my little addiction that I have to maintain control over. And I feel that if I was affected as much as I was for about 9 or 10 years, I'd say that there's at least other people out there that are either suffering from porn addiction or are somewhat trying to break free from it, but just need a little help and guidance and a reminder. And I love to serve as a reminder to people. It also helps me. It helps me see what I'm talking about as a reminder. It reinforces my mind as well. So, you know, I get just as much out of this as people who are watching it. I hope that anyone watching this believes that. So, just want to talk a little bit about this pornography in this article, and I hope that you find it, somewhat helpful. The term supernormal stimuli, because it's something that we are very new to. We didn't have access to this supernormal stimuli, maybe 20 years ago. Just 20 years ago, just in the past 2 decades, we've seen an enormous increase of the technological capabilities of how we can view porn. It's just completely and utterly insane. And I mean, there's VR porn out there now. I've noticed, and who knows how far this is gonna go. That is my main concern.